everybody, it's the Mark Neuhart Show. It's a Halloween show, and we're back again this time with 7 Days Lost and Bloodfire Cemetery Stories. You're going to meet John Vella, Chrystal, which is one of our newest Austin Stone players, and Timothy Patrick Quill. That's right, from Spider-Man and Groder and some of the other ones. But I want to give a compliment to, hey, Bill Searles, my new collaborator and a studio, and it's called Choya Productions. Okay, you want to check it out when you're in Paradise Valley Mall. So as you can see, fall's coming on, and I'm in blue jeans, something you don't normally see me in long pants, huh? And of course, I'm still in my flip-flops. So, special shout out to the Austin Stone players. You guys are doing great. Got a couple of new players coming on, Doc Cianar, and of course, we'll have some stuff from Mark Force 1. We're doing some stuff with India and Lucknow over there, getting the kids off the streets and getting them dental and health and, you know, social skills, which is really important. We're giving a big thumbs up to Varun with Meals Junkie. I am so impressed. You're doing good, man. So we're going to get to the Halloween show, and there'll be a couple of little scary features in there. So hold on to your britches, and I'll be right back. I like it. Hey, you know what's cool on blue screen when you do the smoke? You disappear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to do a thing on that. Okay, guys, I'm over here at Liquid Vape. They fixed me up. Thought this shit was broken, but no, still happening. Thanks to my buddy here. Bye-bye. Okay, hey, you guys just got back from an interview, didn't you? Everybody, this is John Vella, and this is Chrystal Snow, and they're here to talk about Bloodfire Cemetery Stories today, but they just came from another interview. Who was that with? Tell us about that. Let's get started there.
Did an interview with David W. King from Michigan Movie Media. Basically just promote cemetery stories and Bloodfire locally. He's a strong supporter of the Michigan film industry. So, yeah, it was a great guy. You know, we spent probably a couple hours just chit-chatting a little bit in between the interview and all that. So, it was a good interview, and we're looking forward to that coming out, which will probably be in the next week, up to 10 days, I would say.
Okay.
And there is a Facebook page, MMM2.
Yes.
I believe online.
Yes.
I think it's online.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 Or crawl around it on all fours like an animal. Yes.
Yes.
Which is
Yes.
where can they find that? Is that on YouTube, or is that the interview you just had, or where would they go to find that?
It's going to be on Facebook. You know, I'm going to wait to see what kind of link he gives us, whether it's YouTube, Vimeo, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get it, then we will know for sure. But I believe it's going to be linked to YouTube.
And the name of it, the name of his name is what?
His name is David W. King, Michigan Movie Media.
And my name's Porky Pig. That was pretty cool there, but I wanted to make sure that I got that covered because you ever remember Max Headroom?
This is Max Headroom.
You were doing Max Headroom a minute ago when we were talking about his name and everything, so I want to make sure I covered that again.
There's more.
So, and now, Chrystal is in the movie that you're in called Bloodfire Cemetery Stories. Is this like a group of stories that are come together, or what's going on there, John? I'm acting like I know nothing about it, so if you can, give us this information fresh.
Well, let me say, it's along the lines of Creep Show, Tales of Halloween in more, current times. Just, there's 5 film segments, all tied together
by a storyline that you gotta keep watching it again to get the whole story of what's going on.
Right. Basically, it's a couple on Halloween night. We're actually starting the filming process tomorrow and Sunday for that storyline. There's a couple that are clairvoyants. It's Halloween. So they're going to the cemetery. They have a little fun, and they pick up vibes on tombstones. And when they touch the tombstone, basically, it's going to show you how that particular person died.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
There's also this dark, shadowy figure called the Shadow of the Night that's stalking him, or stalking them, rather. So as the film progresses, you're going to see a little bit more and more of him as he slowly reveals himself. And then at the same time, each tombstone that they get the vibe on and see the visions, the died are going to get darker and darker.
Whoa, yeah.
And it gets dark.
It gets dark. And this is due out, when did you say, in 2018,
yes,
right?
We're anticipating getting it out by summer 2018, if not closer to Halloween.
And what part does Chrystal play?
She is my lead actress in the Bloodfire segment. Angel is her character name.
I'm an angel.
No Angel.
No angel, yeah.
Well, now explain to me what's going on with the guy tied up and you frying in the pan there, and what did he do to piss you off so bad?
Well, I am a chef, so. Oh, that's my demo reel. That's a clip from Angel Death. That's the show that I've written, actually.
Let me break away from that just a second to touch on that, because what's going on there, because I don't want to get off here without finding out.
I found some texting. He was texting bitches in his phone.
Oh.
So I was cooking him his last meal.
Oh, his last meal.
Yeah. He
So,
never got to enjoy any of it. I just ate in front of him and let him watch it.
oh, wow. It's pretty insane, pretty intense going on there, and that you have to check out that Chrystal Snow at the IMDb. Now, you were saying that her son in the movie is who? Who's her son?
Her son is involved in the satanic cult in the segment.
Right.
So she's doing basically her best to try to get him to see Father Sullivan, who is played by Tim Quill from Army of Darkness.
Right.
Among other things, Oz Great and Powerful. Another film made in Michigan a couple years ago called Blood Hunter. Or excuse me, Elder Island. He just did a film called Blood Hunter.
Oh. Was he in Spider-Man?
Yes, he was in Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. One with Tobey Maguire, because there's so many now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll hope to talk to him after a bit. So the story plot is that Angel is trying to get her son to see a better way, or is that the deal? Or trying to break through this cult because they're trying to what? They're retaliating?
No, there's a lot going on that really I can't delve too much into the details of because I don't want to give any spoilers.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I know. But yeah, we just want to know that.
Just a general gist of what's going on,
Well, there's from the sizzle reel I could go off of that. There's the warlock has a satanic cult, and they're basically trying to bring about the devil's reign upon the earth. And they need X amount of sacrifices in order for that to happen.
So I suspect my son's involved in a cult, is what happened. And I'm try to steer him away from that.
Right.
So I play really conservative mom.
Very conservative.
Yeah.
Now you've had some very beautiful pictures. I noticed. You were a model before, right? You still probably are. But,
I still am, but I'm not doing a lot of modeling right now just because my acting has taken a front seat to it. And yeah, I love modeling. I did a lot, went really far, but I ended up falling into acting, and it's really a natural thing for me. So
let's drop back in time, Chrystal Snow. Let's go back to when you were 17 years old. What were you doing?
Please no. I was not home mom. So.
Yeah. What were you doing back in the day?
Probably baking and making.
So you're a cook now. You're a chef. You do some chef stuff, huh?
Yeah, I love to cook. Not so much anymore, just because it's so time consuming. And with my acting and just I'm sick all the time. I work all the time. So, but back then, that's all I did was cook, clean, bake.
So she made you found her because she makes a good blood pudding, or what was, how did you guys come together? How did you connect?
We met on the set of initially at the table read for Marauder, which is a horror film that we did last summer. We were both in the cast, and which is out now it's now on Amazon Prime as well, isn't it?
It is on Amazon, but
it's on Vimeo currently too.
Yeah, it's coming out on Netflix. I'm not sure when though. There's still waiting.
Good, on Netflix. I want to know when it comes out on Netflix.
When it comes out, I'll let you know. I don't have a date.
I'll be very upset, Chrystal, if you don't personally call me up and tell me, Mark.
I will personally call you up.
Okay, so now some of the other films, how did you get involved in doing what you're doing? Because you have a history of being in the Catholic Church, and like myself, you had your upraising a little bit there. Mine less than yours, my friend, of course. But, what is it? How did you get involved in horror?
Well, I just grew up a big horror fan of watching The Ghoul, the classic Universal monster films. Huge fan of the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. But I also grew up next to a funeral home. And it was like pretty much the coolest funeral home on the planet.
Now, wait a minute. Let me set this up, because when you told me about this, you told me you grew up close to the school, right?
Right. The church in school was literally right behind my house.
Which was it's a very elaborate church. It was a nice church, right? But apparently this funeral home was a lot more attractive for some reason. What was it?
Right?
But their backyard, which they had a lot between the funeral home and my house, which was their backyard, and they had an in-ground pool that went from 3 to 8 feet. They had a trampoline behind that, and then there was a tree behind that with a tire swing. So it was like our mini playground, when there was no bodies in state.
Right.
Oh,
that's really weird, John. That's weird.
Yes, it is weird. But he wasn't allowed to play in the caskets. I mean, he wasn't allowed.
That was one of the no-nos. No going into the embalming room, and no hiding in the caskets. We actually used to play hide and seek in the funeral home because they lived upstairs. And
that would be cool. That would be cool.
They had kids our age, so.
Did you ever lose anybody? You never found them? Yeah.
We used to purposely make someone. We knew they were a little scared. We would know where they're at and not find them intentionally.
Oh wow, yeah, huh? So then, now you got into. Did you have any literary experience as far as writing these stories? Did you come up with it on your own, or how did you do that? How did you get involved in actually doing it?
It's an original screenplay. Most closely related to Creepshow. But as far as the script itself for Bloodfire and Cemetery Stories, it's just an original concept. I mean, there have been films, about satanic cults before, but this was just my original take on it. And it's funny the way I got the idea for this segment. Initially, I was going to do one based on a barber shop.
Okay.
This may happen down the road. People already.
Okay.
But, I was sitting at a bonfire one night trying to think of a new storyline for my segment, and it kept raining off and on, and I had my neighbors were over, so we would go in the garage, let it stop raining, go back out, and did it like 2-3 times. So eventually I was just sitting out there on the phone with my friend. I have the radio in the garage, so between the bonfire, the rain, and my friend, I got on the subject about the book of Revelation, and right after we got off the phone, the Iron Maiden song, Number of the Beast, came on the radio. And that just all gelled together. I'm like, hey, a bonfire, rain, and blood. Yeah, I'm just started thinking like Bloodfire. We are going to make it rain blood in this film.
A warlock.
We have with us our 10th sacrifice, the first of the final 3 sacrifices to bring hell to earth. Hail, Satan!
Satan! The final sacrifices.
Now it is time for our next sacrifice.
Death, blood, and sacrifice for Satan.
Blood and sacrifice for Satan.
The devil's reign upon the earth.
Satan, you shall rule the world.
Hail, Satan! You shall rule the world with blood, fire, and darkness.
Hail, Satan, you shall rule the world with blood, fire, and darkness.
Who can stop it?
Don't cry, my dear. Know that you're going to die a hero. Your death is far greater than yourself. It's in the name of Satan. Speak.
Why are you doing
Bloodfire, the satanic warlock ritual.
All right, well, you know what? I think the music, as I had said, has a lot to do with how much you're enthralled in the movie, especially in a horror movie. The dum 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 dum, you know, and the type of music. You said you were using some music in this movie from somebody that you had mentioned.
Yeah, the band Flight of Fire, awesome all-female rock band. Tanya and Tia Muchowski. They're originally from Livonia, Michigan, but they're hitting it pretty big in Boston right now.
Right.
Earlier this year, they were voted Best Unsigned Band in Boston. They're up for a nomination in LA for Best Acoustic Folk Song, which I didn't tell you about that, for the song My Last Gamble, which is one of the 2 songs that's in the Bloodfire segment.
Uh-huh.
And the other one's called Rockstar Life.
Rockstar Life.
But check them out on YouTube, flightofire.com.
We'll just get a hold of them, do a feature on them. How's that?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I can reach out to them. Periodically, they come into Michigan because they do have family here.
Yeah. Michigan. So most of these scenes are done in Michigan, huh?
Right. Yep.
Fabulous.
And, you know, the funny thing is this funeral home was in Detroit that I was talking about.
Uh-huh.
So to be, like, in the inner city and have a funeral home that has a swimming pool.
That's kind of, you know, it's an anomaly, I would think, you know, because I think they would have some kind of ethics or something saying that when people come in the front and see that in the back, that they may think, oh my God, you know, they're partying with my dead grandmother, you know, but only if you were there, John, would they be partying with the
right. Well, there was the biggest funeral I can recall was back in like 1982 or 83. They had one of the leaders of a motorcycle club passed away, and his body was instated at the funeral home. So for 3 days, the whole street was lined up with bikes and people just partying. I mean, it was a big, I can't remember the guy's name, but I would come home from school and there were just people partying on my porch.
Right. You're going to tell me nobody crashed that pool, huh? Nobody crashed that pool. Yeah.
There were people hanging out by the pool. And
now you also have another friend of mine that's in this movie is Nadia Rovas, right? Nadia.
Oh, yes, she's awesome. can't thank her enough for connecting us. Her and I met on Indiegogo video for Don't Drink the Water, which is a documentary about the Flint water crisis.
Good for you.
And yeah, that should be in the final filming stage. So hopefully,
I'm an avid person about water, man. Water is a big deal, like air, you know, with me. So when that comes out, let me know too, because I'll promote that big time.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not going to be exclusive about Flint because it's happening. What happened in Flint is kind of happening in other parts of the country, or developing those type of similar problems.
But I wanted to give a shout out to Nadia. She's wonderful. She's great. And
yeah, she's going to be our church secretary in the film.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. What part is she church secretary, huh?
Yeah, so there's one point where her and Angel will meet.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah, we run a couple lines together. So.
Yeah, well, pretty awesome. Well, Bloodfire Cemetery Stories, we're going to cut away and come back, hopefully, with Timothy Patrick Quill and yourself, and maybe you'll be able to stay. Chrystal is very busy. You'll have to check out her Facebook page, and there's rumors that she might be the newest Austin Stone player. We just have to have that confirmed. Is that the case there? What do you think, Chrystal?
It might be looking like the case, yeah.
All right, looking like the case. All right, we'll have to let Lisa Sue know that. So there you are. Thanks for being on the show there, Chrystal, and John. We'll be right back, and we'll talk some more about what we got going on with some of the other stuff you got back. Okay, and boom.
Flip, 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 flops, flip, 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 flop, flop, flops. Great. If you see me, give me a wave. I love to see style. I also enjoy a good laugh. Well, these rock things are all very well if you like them, but, you know, no ordinary people like you and, well, ordinary people like you oughtn't to be afraid to speak up for classical music.
what the hell do you expect from me? Do I look like I got any sanity? Your pain and suffering is my ecstasy, and for me you'll find no sympathy. I like my fun and I do it well. Your sad story others will tell, though you ain't got much of a soul to sell. I'll take it anyway. Welcome to hell.
I had to unmute my mic.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Tim? You looking good there.
I'm doing all right, buddy. What's
Yeah,
going on over there?
Yeah, you're looking good. Well, you're out in the desert now, so.
Well, I got to give you a little explanation why it looked like this.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, cut to you're going,
Okay.
I thought Tim always was. It's going to be new, like Elvira type stuff, whatever it is. And I'm doing it now because I just semi-retired and moved from Hollywood to Detroit for the summers and Marathon Key for the winters. Imagine that. 99% of what I do is like on the road anyways. But anyways, oh, look at that. We need that smog machine.
Yes, I'm the smog machine.
I got to talk to you. Yeah, let me talk to your sound guy. No, just saying. But it's good to be with you, dude.
And then let's see. Now she's dressed up. I guess Crystal's as a nurse, right? Let me see.
Yeah, I'm a bad nurse.
Do you see me at all?
Well, really, you guys are too close. Get up and stand up, or.
But when you just mentioned Chrystal, nurse was one of the first words that came to my mind. But don't show away. Is it too soon?
That's good. Bring your top down a little bit. Look at this, Chrystal. You remember this, right? Bring your top down.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
your top.
I thought you were talking about my actual shirt.
Come on.
No, you don't remember. I'm from the stupid side of the camera. You guys are supposed to take care of this shit.
How's that?
Whoa. I got it. All right. Well, super. Hey, yeah, I was checking out a lot of things you're doing with now Bloodfire Cemeteries. Let me check my notes here because I step on myself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm glad you came so prepared.
Well, I have these notes, you see. I'm like David Letterman, let's see. Because I'm supposed to act like I know about my research, right? But I spent the day checking some stuff out. I've seen a couple of your videos on YouTube there. And I see your IMDb. You count on that for most of your social media, right? Your IMDb.
Who are you talking to? Me?
Yeah, you. No?
I haven't even looked at my IMDb in 10 years.
Well, it's doing good.
No, I do.
It's looking good.
Well, no, I kind of established I'm not an actor. I'm not being, No, in fact, my last movie wasn't released. It escaped. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm involved in. That was a joke, by the way.
No, that was the truth.
But I stay active. I have a good character. I do for a couple of movies. We've really done some great work in the last few months. The Spider-Man. I love Sam Raimi and Bruce. And the Army of Darkness and Evil Dead stuff.
Right.
That's been my past, and I move on it because some of those characters are coming back. Imagine that.
Right.
I think 3 years I worked in the last 30 years in Hollywood. No, but most of the guys that look as old and curmudgeon as me in Hollywood, they can't even hop on a horse. They're 88 years old. For Christ's sake, the guys my age have, what do you call that?
Cataract.
No. I'm talking
Age
about
spots
no, the injections.
Oh, collagen.
Oh, collagen, Botox. Rob Lowe, 12-pack, you son of a bitch, you. But I'm not competing against that. They don't have it. And the old Eli Wallachs, those guys can't hop on a horse, and I still can.
That's crazy.
No, I found a groove, and I'm very content and happy with what's happening. Yeah.
Well, you look like you got a lot of energy.
Well,
okay, there it went.
I was going to say, hey, thanks. I'm about to fall asleep. Yeah,
I thought we was going to jump into the reminiscing mode there for a second.
No, I was going to do my energy pills, and my girlfriend slipped this blue pill in there. I can't get away from the table.
Well,
I mean,
we had
what's
that
happening?
conversation in the bathroom. So
Yes.
you're lying to us right now. She said she doesn't need that yet.
You got a good attitude. I'd like to sit down and do it.
Let me. Okay, here we go. Now, the first of my questions was about the fake shimps. I guess
I can tell you. What do you mean by fake shimps? Where'd that name come from?
Scott Spiegel, you, and another guy are the Three Stooges because you guys were the guys that were all into the three. That's how you met up with them guys, right?
Last night signed it with Scott Spiegel. I own the rights to those. We are gonna distribute every Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, Tim Quill, Scott Spiegel movie that we made in 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade.
Wow.
And that's in the pitch right now. I'm going to sell it on my show, Count Ghastly. Save that. Print it. You sign the pitch. I'll do some nasty things. But anyways.
And then Father Sullivan. You play Father Sullivan in the Bloodfire.
Yes. What a stretch. I'm playing a priest.
Well, now, I don't know.
I told John I wanted to play like Morgan Freeman and George Burns on me. God and devil at the same time. So he found me a good part.
Oh, that would be good. So as Father Sullivan, are you a sinister character or are you a good guy?
Not sinister, but more inquisitive than a normal priest. No, a good Catholic, a good priest. Because, in reality, in my life, my mom was Jewish and my dad was Catholic. I was raised that way, and my mom at the end. And so all my friends, they go, well, what does that mean? I said, I'm drinking and you're buying. Oh. But anyways.
Yeah, now.
But I'm playing a father, and and he knows it, and John knew it, because I told him I always research my parts. Mm-hmm. The man, Father Myers, James Myers of Detroit, awesome priest. Mm-hmm. I let him read the script, and he started peeing his pants. I thought I'd have to get him on,
Oh, really?
Those things my mom wears. But no.
Well, that flatters me.
Yeah. I just threw up my mouth. He taught me, the sign of the cross and how they would do that. And he goes, I've had dreams of doing what you're doing. I'm going, great. No, I actually consulted with a real priest, a major in Detroit, and I'm ready to step on. I was going to do the Irish accent, though. And I didn't tell John, all of a sudden his legs are hanging in the trailer. You're that when I wrote it, you son of a bitch. Yeah. But the only thing I could keep it, they keep stealing me Lucky Charms. I didn't want to do the guy from, Lucky. Oh, they keep stealing me Lucky Charms. Oh, but you just fucked one goat. John's going, fuck that. I can say no. Oh my God. Yeah, so I decided against it. So that's what
you don't go fucking up.
Dude, no, there's a scene where I'm about to, all these Satanists, I'm about to ruin their guess.
No, it's fine.
1,000 people are going to see it tomorrow, you son of a bitch. Yeah.
Right?
But anyways, I want to walk in the circle, this Pentagon. I walk in and stop. Wait, when I'm about to get screwed. And look at everyone and say, y'all look like you need a little Jesus. And then as I walk through, I'm going to pull out a 6-inch figure of Jesus saying, I decided to bring him with me. I was going to do that.
Nice.
Just get Monster Casting Correct. And I was going, and I can see John going, Tim, you need a new writer. Okay. But we're going to have some fun. This script is awesome. It's deep. Oh. I can't wait to see what I'm going to use it for my demo tape at least because this
for sure.
This priest goes from far, far, far to far, far, far. But my duty, I don't want to sell it early and give us.
Well, I mean, you're.
No. no, I'm only there for a couple, but he goes through 3 phases.
Right.
And I love that kind of character, and I eat it up like candy.
Right.
Phases. No, the beginning, middle, end. These are 3 completely different characters that have the same goal.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can sell that, then
three different characters that have the same goal.
Absolutely. No, someone might define it differently, but 3 different modes of this character, and that's a challenge, and I can't wait to do it. No, I'm not kidding you. I mean, it's like cut.
So the father is schizophrenic.
I like that about the script.
Yeah, he's got
that's what sold me. No, that's what sold me to get on the script. Is that's a wonderful character for a short? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
But he's schizophrenic.
Story out there. I've been doing this for 40 years, and I know something good when I see it.
He's basically schizophrenic, though, right? Schizophrenic is what he is.
Not like Sybil or anything.
No, that's for the prequel.
Oh, okay.
Well, sequel's prequel.
I'll have to misspell prequel.
Yeah.
My pun. So now you guys are going to what event tonight is the what, Chrystal? What is tonight's event?
Zombie prom.
The zombie prom.
Tim here is hosting it. It's been a blast.
And is Killer Khan is the ones putting this on. I didn't know that.
Who is it?
Get that in there. We definitely want to be authentic. They like Tim Quill for a few minutes to be able to conduct this interview on their time. So major shout out to them.
Well, John.
Excellent party though.
For Zombie Prom.
It's a great party. Yeah, it's awesome party. These people.
Well, let's get one shot of you guys standing up.
No, you're the first to get this information. Well, besides my buddy.
Setting up.
Oh no, you know what's happening next year. There you go.
Do I need to take off my nursing coat?
There you go. All right, there you go.
Okay,
Chrystal gave me quite a hickey earlier.
Yeah.
Imagine that. But real quick, next year, this show, just let me tell you it's going to be part of it because I must exit and get out of here. But now, this is an epic, low-budget movie that Danny Hicks and I co-starred in Montana a couple weeks called Blood Hunters. And we're going to start promoting it. And Billings, which, are you kidding me, that town support us, because how could they afford Danny Hicks and I anyways? But no, we nailed it. And strange characters, great story. It's bringing vampire back into this Walking Dead crap. But anyways, Greg McCarroll's like my best friend. Sorry, Greg. I had a 12 plus on the 4th episode. Sorry. But I'll never eat in that town again. But anyway, all right. But anyways, next year, this show is going to be part of a trilogy that we believe. Blood Hunters are going to be released. Well, Escape, whatever. The premiere's here. The film festival, I think, is a week later, and this will be a week later, and it's going to be Blood Hunters. Danny Hicks, all the girls from Evil Dead. I think I don't want to say anything about Bruce Campbell. No, because he checked out this movie. He's flipping out. He's so happy for Danny and I. No, we're all, because I grew up with Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, Rob Tapp, Evil Dead. We made movies in high school, but we've always been so loyal, and this is one of the first things that he stepped in and said, dude, that was awesome. He captured you and Danny right. Because they sent the original shit to Bruce like 2 days after.
No.
And, bro, thank you so much. It's so cool being with you.
Well, cool. I just wonder one thing. If I got a part for you, will you shave your body parts for the part? If I give you maybe $5,000.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
That was my first offer when I came to Hollywood. And you got that from somewhere, you son of a bitch. Yes, you did. How shempy is that? No, we made movies together when we were kids. Let's put it in a small package. And I decided about age 29, which is like, you're moving to Hollywood, you idiot. I was working like Procter & Gamble and IBM, the whole thing. I did my responsibility. Almost got married, wanted to do the picket fence in Detroit, and boom, that happened. So I called Sam Raimi on the phone. Honest to God truth, this is it. And I go, Sam, I'm moving back to Detroit. Like he hasn't heard that from all of us. And I go, no. I said, but what I'm doing now, I could do in California. I was a salesman. I said, and the first day I came to California, boom, I was working for some, whatever telemarketing company that was selling.
I can't see you as a salesman.
Oh, imagine that.
I definitely can.
But anyways, so I called Sam on the phone, and he goes, Tim, I'm doing a new movie. It's called Army of Darkness. I'm going, I'm a stupid, one of the old shemps from Detroit. I'm coming out here first time in Hollywood. And these guys are sleeping in their cars, and they're doing 20 extra parts to get the fucking SAG thing. So I walk on the set, and these girls are watching me. Go, who the hell is that? They thought I was a producer. It was so funny, dude, because I sat there waiting for Sam, and these girls are coming by with Chief. And, you're sitting in Sam's director's seat.
Right.
Kidding me?
Totally out of character.
Sam actually, this is where he gets his entertainment. He goes, Sam, shut your mouth and just let these people do this. And Sam takes off. He's gone, motherfucker. And then my first chance, so I'm sitting in the seat, and the girl goes, cheese? I'm going, oh, okay. Crackers, a drink, no water. And so this is going on for like an hour. And Sam's like behind the curtain, like the Wizard of Oz, laughing his dick off because he knows what's about to happen. And these girls, and I could see like not producers going, "Who the fuck is he?" And this PA's going, "Son of a bitch, give me his name and who is that son of a bitch?" And you have like 20 PAs running around going, "Fuck you, you're gonna lose your job. You'll never eat lunch in this town again." All that shit. And you can't sleep on my couch again. Is that too, son?
I like that coach.
Yeah.
Coach is fun.
Nice lights out. Sam goes, this is like 5 days before I signed my contract. He goes, will you shave your head? I shave my whole body. Tim, it's not that kind of movie. I'm going, I got Tracy Lords and me are fighting again together. I love Tracy. Oh, no. The movies. But anyways, stuff on national TV. But anyways, and so he says you get, well, I guess it wasn't big, $5,000. It was more than that because it was like $2,000 a day. And Sam had me show up in makeup and wardrobe, and I didn't even go on the set for 40 days. He goes, "You're moving?" Just to make an excuse for me to be there, because Rob Tapper's like, "I'll kill the motherfucker who was Tim." And Sam was just trying to help me get my stuff. I signed my SAG card, did the whole thing. But anyways, if you look at Army of Darkness on a sequence, I'm here when Bruce comes in. Then all of a sudden, whoop, I'm here. And then, whoop, I'm here. And then he goes, get out of the pit. And you look, and I'm the guy on top of the barrels. It's so fucking, oh, God.
That's like seeing the couple. Hey, Tim, thanks for being on the show, and I look forward to talking with you. We'll have you back on.
I found you on my thumbnail the other day. Get out of here. I'll see you.
All right. Thank you, Tim. All right. Bye-bye.
I bit his throat there. He's all bleeding and shit.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. Right? Nice.
Even got my hypodermic needle.
Yeah, he's going to shoot me later with that.
Oh,
no, I don't like nothing in my drink. I always watch that. I'm always like, if you're going to roofie me, you better give me triple.
She got a big tolerance. Got a tolerance. All right, well, man, that was a blast, man. I tell you, I love having Tim on the show. Look forward to having him back. And thank you guys for coming on and your costumes and everything. I dressed as a freaking out of work radio DJ. Am I doing okay?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on the show. You can check us out at Bloodfire/Cemetery Stories on Facebook. A website's being created right now as we speak. Hopefully that should be up and running within maybe a couple weeks. The outline's being done right now. We got a week of filming ahead of us, so after that we will concentrate more on the website. Also, a huge shout out to Tanya and Tia Muchowski, the twin sisters, the guitarist and bass player of Flight of Fire, for their songs. They'll be back in town in Detroit for Thanksgiving weekend. And another song is Rockstar Life, which we're going to be filming both the entire Bloodfire segment next week.
Yeah, you got to check these girls out. They are kick-ass.
And big shout out to them for taking part on this interview, Ms. Count Yestley.
All right, right on. And Chrystal, welcome to the Austin Stone Players. We look forward to great things with you. John, I'll be back in touch for follow-ups on this, and you guys were great on the show. Happy Halloween, everyone. And if I was to say trick or treat, what would you say, Chrystal?
Trick.
I was looking more for a treat, John. What do you think? Huh? All right, you guys have a good one. At the is she your date at the prom tonight?
Yep, she's my prom date. I don't know if you guys have it out here.
Oh, look at that. Nice bite. That's a hickey. When this girl leaves a hickey, you remember.
You guys celebrate Sweetest Day out there?
I don't know. I don't think so. Probably do, but I'm not really, don't know about it. What is that, really quick?
It's sort of like, I don't even know how to describe it, like a mid-season Valentine's Day.
A mid-season
I think it's like, I don't think it's like a Valentine's Day. I think it's Mistress Day. I'm not sure how I feel about this holiday.
I'm going to Google that. I'm going to Google that.
I'm from Canada, and we don't have Sweetest Day.
It's kind of a Michigan thing. I don't know how far it reaches if it's Midwest, but
well, you know,
prom date / Sweetest Day.
I gotta say, for all my Ohio fans out there, Doris and Ralph Milligan and the rest of the guys, you know, Ohio State and Michigan, you know the thing there, right? So the only reason that is because Michigan sucks. So what I say, I never say. Hey, Ohio State. There, Vicky. That's for you, Vicky Neuhart. All right, you guys have a great Halloween, and remember, check your apples for razor blades, okay? And be careful.
Right. Oh, for sure. Okay. I have something in mind for that in a future film.
Oh, well, if you do find any, save them for me, okay?
Sounds
all
good.
Right.
No,
we were on that little Sweetest Day thing.
You guys go get some candy for me, all right? Have a good night tonight.
Have a good night, Ben. Good seeing you.
Thanks again, Mark.
Good night.
We introduce to you Chrystal Snow, Canadian lingerie model, the face of the Mary Jane's girls. Chrystal is an experienced, published model. Watch for her upcoming feature in Visual Magazine.
You said we try loving, touching, squeezing.
Crystal's toured with Cyrus from the TV hit Trailer Park Boys, appeared in the TV series Fargo, and the acclaimed 2014 CBC documentary chronicling the life of Canadian icon Katie Lang.
With someone else, loving, touching, squeezing each other.
I'm sorry.
Похоже, травки на нашем стадионе. He's the one, I think.
The rockstar life, and we've been paying our dues, paying our dues. Ow! Changing on the road.
I'm at a very famous place, and today I came here to just sip a piping hot tea. And this guy who's just making the tea, he's just doing this work from many years. I know him when he was just a teenager, and now. वीडियो बना रहा हूँ चाय पीते हुए यहाँ पे जो है.
Up today. Ryan, we've had a pretty tough day today. You haven't felt an itch or teeth and knocked your head? Punched yourself in the mouth. Okay, that wasn't good. Plus the back of your, that started it off this morning, the ankle. Yeah, the ankle started it off. And then, we're okay. We got these 2 deliveries and then we'll be done. And then it's platinum time for me and party time for me. Negative, he doesn't have party. Mind Rage Studios, Wainwright. Alright, ready to jam it. I don't know. That was a pretty crazy show. He's going back in there with Elvira, and I'm going back over here and my wife's going to bite my head off. I don't know. Zombie prom? Life in general. Which do you think you'd rather do, huh? It was a great show. Thanks to Timothy Patrick Quill, John Vella, Chrystal Snow, Michael Trejo and 7 Days Lost, Flight of Fire. Yeah, those guys were great. We'll have them back on the show for our Christmas show, Flight of Fire. Look for that. I want to say hey to Jenny B and the Roller Derby Girls. Hey, we got to get that show together too. And you guys are great. We're always in an evolution here, always getting better. Thanks to some people that work with us and collaborate around the world, right here locally. We're getting better every year. So I look forward to you guys getting some of the encounters when they come out. And, you know, give us some response. Share the show on your page and tag me. It always makes me feel good. I got some specials coming up for you with the Austin Stone Players Club. It's going to be all the local areas that you can get 10% off just by mentioning. So you guys have been great. Happy Halloween. And boom!